who will be the greatest player in 2022.
So today we're going to be going through our top 5 NBA players, our all-NBA team in 2022. We're going to go through our MVP and what other teams could be coming to the NBA by 2022. So, who wants to go ahead and start?
Well, if we're starting off with the NBA teams, well, the obvious choice here is the Seattle Supersonics. Ever since the Supersonics went to the OKC Thunder, everybody in Seattle has been begging for a better team, and honestly, it's the one that makes the most sense. Seattle has the market for it, and it has the player, and it has the base for it, so it's might as well do it.
Yeah. So Seattle, obviously, is another possible team I think could possibly be a Virginia Beach team. Virginia Beach has been trying to get a pro team for a long time now. I think that's one place that they can land.
Hold on one second. You have to realize who is in Virginia Beach. I think definitely the team that they need to bring in is someone in Louisville. You have a great fan base in Kentucky that has 2 great basketball teams. So if you have stick a team in Seattle, stick a team in Louisville, that'd be a great fit in for the NBA.
However, that could detract from pro interest the 2 college teams.
Yeah, I get it. You're right.
That's true.
So that same rabid fan base that roots so hard for Kentucky and Louisville may not want to switch their team.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's moving on to the top 5 players in 2022.
Point guard. Who you got?
For me, I have Kyrie Irving.
Oh.
Because, Kyrie Irving, what is he? He's 24, 25 right now. He's a beast. He's going to be 29 at the peak of his prime. He's already a legit top 5 point guard right now. He's going to be probably the best point guard in the NBA.
Who you have?
I'll let you go and go first.
Oh, I have Kyrie as well. I think Kyrie, he's been really good. He's been in the shadow of LeBron. I think that in the next 2 to 3 years, he'll come out of that shadow as LeBron takes a step back into that mentoring role as he prepares to become an NBA owner in the near future. So I definitely think that he'll take the limelight in that place and build his own super team.
Now, that same kind of argument that Kyrie's always been in LeBron's shadow when he's been successful, that combined with there's one player that I think in 2022 will be much better and could quite possibly win the MVP. It's a player that's made great strides in each of his years in the NBA. The Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think he's eating up.
Shooting guard, point guard.
Come on now.
But all-around phenomenon. He can do everything. He defends much better than Kyrie does already. If he develops a three-point shot, a very good three-point shot, he's already better than Kyrie in basically every area.
Maybe. Let's go to shooting guard though.
Yeah, let's go shooting
Start
guard.
off.
Me? Okay, so for me, shooting guard is not that great of a place, honestly, for all NBA teams. I think in the next 5 years, I think Steph will transition into that shooting guard position, and he will be the best shooting guard in the NBA at that time, as he'll get rid of that ball handling, and he'll be more of a
At 34 years old.
34? Yeah, I think he'll be good.
34.
He'll be all NBA.
Wow.
See, I see that being blocked by Klay Thompson. And I'm going to jump on that hype train of Mr. 70 points, Devin Booker, next Kobe Bryant. He's going to come out. He's going to be a superstar. He's the franchise player in Phoenix. He's the next Steve Nash. He's going to be the cornerstone of that organization.
Most overrated player in the NBA.
Slow down.
Most overrated player in the NBA.
He came in as a sharpshooter. He's very athletic. He can do almost anything on offense.
Anyways. Let's moving away from those terrible picks.
Okay, we're talking about. Okay, I thought we were talking about offense here. Considering both of you guys chose Kyrie.
Let me talk. Moving away from those 2 terrible picks, I have one that actually is sensible, and it's De'Aaron Fox. And he's currently a college player. 5 years, he's gonna be his 5th year in the NBA. He is a great NBA point guard. Great college point guard. He has everything but a jump shot, and he's already shown flashes of one developing. If he develops his jump shot, there was literally no part of his game that isn't complete already.
Yeah, Fox was great last night against North Carolina, and honestly, truly, that game should have gone to overtime. But we'll talk about that in our next video. So next, we're talking about our small forward position. So who you got, JT?
This is just obvious. There's only one player that can be chosen here. It's Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
He's 25, and he's already one of the top 5 players in the NBA.
Yeah, totally.
He's got to be the choice here.
It's not really a question. It's not really a question.
Yeah, it's obviously Kawhi Leonard, as he's taken the reins perfectly from Tim Duncan, and he's gonna lead that team to titles in the future. So,
and speaking of power forward, I think we may have another unanimous decision here.
Anthony
Davis.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis. However, if Anthony Davis continues getting injured, you can't see him. In fact, with DeMarcus Cousins, I'm not sure he'll even be able to be the number 1 player that everybody thinks he's going to be.
Right.
So if Anthony Davis can't fulfill his potential, I think that the other big man that's breaking out this year, Joel Embiid, may be the player that steps
But
in
he's a
for him.
center.
I have him as
He's
my
a
center.
center.
Speaking
but
of Joel
those kind of
Embiid, I have him as my center as the best center in the NBA in 2020. Because 2022. Because just if you look at the potential he has legit Hall of Fame potential in Joel Embiid. He was the number one option. He was scoring almost 20 points a game. As a rookie, he has potential to be a great player in 2022.
Yeah, for me, my center, it's Karl Anthony Towns. Even though he's been developing slowly, he's been making great strides. He has a great young team around him that's going to be built. I honestly think Minnesota's going to be a great team in the future. They might be contending for that number one spot in the West, as they have Andrew Wiggins, they have Karl Anthony Towns, and they have almost the best dunker in the NBA by far. So I think Towns is going to be the best center.
I agree, Towns. The only thing that Timberwolves seems to improve is defense. They're lacking on that this year. But Tom Thibodeau, perfect coach to teach you that. He's one of the best defensive minds in the NBA. So my choice for center, it's got to be Karl Anthony Towns for the future.
Okay, last but not least, we're going to say our MVP. So go ahead. Who you got for MVP?
This is tricky, right? It's between Kyrie and Kawhi for me, but at the end of the day, I got to go with the more complete player, and that's Kawhi. That's Kawhi Leonard. So I think he's going to be my 2022 MVP.
Now, Kawhi Leonard, I would choose, except for the fact that he plays for the Spurs. Spurs are a team-oriented basketball, and I don't see him winning the MVP in that system. Tim Duncan managed to win it a couple years ago, a long time ago, but that was a different era. Very big man-oriented. So I also don't think Kawhi just doesn't have that complete control. He has that ability to take over games, but he doesn't use it because that's just not the Spurs' way. So I'm going to go with the choice that you guys ragged on me about, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Triple-double machine. I think Westbrook's good in getting that many triple-doubles. Antetokounmpo may average one, and if he gets that three-point shot that he's kind of shown this year, completely consistent, best player in NBA, MVP 2020.
Let me just say something about Giannis and Russell Westbrook. It's called padding your stats. That's what it is.
No,
So
it's
for
not.
me,
No, it's not.
yes, it
We'll
is.
get on that topic later.
Oh,
We'll get on that topic
okay.
later. Okay.
So right now, for my MVP, I have Kyrie Irving. Even though I'm a hater of the Cavs, I honestly hate the Cavs, honestly. Kyrie Irving is a great player. And once he either leaves Cleveland to another team or takes over that team from LeBron, it will definitely be one of the best players in the NBA and be the MVP of the league.
See, I can't see Kyrie winning it because you look at it, James Harden, past couple of years has been kind of snubbed a few votes, but that's because teams don't see him, the voters just don't see him as a good defensive player. Kyrie has that same kind of reputation. I don't see him breaking that. Steph Curry, even if he's not a great defender, he at least tries on defense.
Yeah, but
Kyrie's not as good defensively as a
Kyrie's
Steph
proven,
Curry
though.
or something like
Kyrie's
that.
proven. He's won an NBA Finals.
James Harden's winning the MVP this year. We know that. So
No, we're not. No,
No,
That-
I'm not
that's-
sure.
Okay,
But we can discuss
let's
this.
get on topic. Let's get back on topic. That right there was our prediction for the 2022 NBA season.
go ahead and like, subscribe to our channel, The Give and Go, and we'll see you next week with some more debates on the NBA.